Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagger-tastic stream. It is I, your friend, the one, the only, Z-A single God, Zaggard. And I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever time it is for you today. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We are joined with Andrew, a.k.a.
the Mythology Guy.
And...
Hi.
Yeah, and hi. Hello,
I
hi.
thought you were going to say Claire, and I was going to say the struggling alto.
Oh, yeah, you have a YouTube name, too.
He wanted to shake things up.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to be in on how this goes.
I'm shaking it up.
You're not important enough to address by name.
He just wanted me to look like an idiot.
He wanted to make a fool out.
That is true. But besides that...
Yeah, I mean, obviously had to go over this because this is Loki, very mythology related.
In case you can't tell what we watched today.
Yeah, you know, this show has a lot of tie-ins and hints to mythology, little references like the 1960s style moments,
mythology.
And the suits and the desks
and the grenades.
Of course, the grenades, indeed.
And the batons.
Batons, very Norse mythology.
Flying cars.
I don't know if you remember the part in the Poetic Edda where Loki jumps out of an airplane after stealing money after making a bomb threat. But that's a lesser known part of Edda. You gotta kind of turn past that white page at the end to find that.
And you gotta use a magnifying glass that looks into other dimensions.
And you also have to pull out a pen and write it because it's not in there. Anyway.
But anyways, we established what the show's about.
Yeah.
That was it.
So basically, more or less, this was... so before we say what the show's about, did we like it?
I like it overall, yeah. Like,
I like it so far.
This episode is very much the what's the right word for this? Like the
pilot,
the recruitment of Loki.
Yeah, the recruitment episode.
By you know, in case you haven't seen Endgame, by the way, you know,
spoilers.
If you're a fan of Marvel and you haven't seen Endgame, what are you doing?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, Loki uses the Tesseract to survive and not get killed by Thanos, but people might have been wondering, wait, didn't they say the timeline, you can't change the past or stuff? Well, they're kind of addressing that here with these
time variance authority
cops.
Yeah, and they're saying you can't. You've been erased from this.
They yanked Loki out of the timeline, and they were like, nope, we can't have the continuity police over here.
Yeah. Literally.
We don't need you sparking more debates on Reddit. Get over here.
Basically, yeah. And so they're like, we're just gonna, tell you where he actually ends up without killing him.
And honestly, the way it's done, his just getting pulled into this random place and then all this weird stuff starts happening, I loved that because this is a Loki show. And I want a Loki show to be weird. I want it to be surreal. It's weird for him. He's like the straight man in this.
Which is odd.
He's a fish out of water, which is not his comfort.
Not his forte.
Yeah, actually, we haven't seen Loki be fish out of water. We saw Thor be fish out of water.
This is his turn.
First film. We kind of saw Captain Marvel be it, but that's not as good. This is the first time we're seeing Loki be fish out of water.
Absolutely. So that makes it more interesting and I like how, weird it is so far. But not
it's
that
fun.
Weird. It kind of reminds me of The Good Place at times.
You can follow it pretty easily, but it is a little out there at the same time, yeah. The Good Place is a good show.
Yeah, so basically Loki gets yanked by time cops into, TVA, Time Variant Authority. It's like a police station, airport, federal agency
slash prison.
Yeah,
it's where you don't want to be.
I mean, the second he enters there, they've got this robot, and he's like, "Hey, this is Asgardian leather," and it just disintegrates off all his clothes immediately. Because Marvel, we gotta have our obligatory shirtless man scene.
Yeah, gotta have it.
You gotta have that scene where they starve themselves.
Have we had shirtless Loki
no, we have
at
not.
all? So, though you fangirls finally got what you wanted, we all know that they wanted it. Claire, are you happy? Are you very happy now?
Sure.
And Zaggard, I know you're very happy.
He's more happy than me.
He's got a little shrine to Loki in his room, and another shrine to Tom Hiddleston next to that. So that was
no. I have no, you're incorrect. I have a shrine to Tom and a shrine to Hiddleston, and then when you put them together, it becomes a shrine to Loki.
I don't even I'm just going to move on to the
only
next
Loki
topic.
fans will understand.
I don't know where that began and ended.
Only the real ones.
It turns into a Loki charm. You combine.
Howdy, Yukino.
We got butt ass naked Tom Hiddleston. I mean,
For like
obviously
2
we didn't.
seconds.
They cut out the
lower half,
the convenient cover of the safe for work.
And it didn't feel like too
Look at his body.
Yeah, because it quickly cuts to them. He has like a jumpsuit.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. It's just a joke. But yeah, I do find it funny that we keep getting our obligatory shirtless man Marvel scenes. Well, we still haven't seen Paul Bettany shirtless waiting on there.
Yes, you are correct, Yukino. They do combine like Voltron or something.
Or something. Yes.
Oh my god,
that's the technical term.
Oh my god, Loki.
And yeah, so then
my Loki.
Oh my Norse god.
We get what's his name? The actor Talkie.
Oh yeah, Owen Wilson.
Yeah, we get Owen Wilson. I
love Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Loki. Wow.
They're actually letting him. They're actually kind of letting him act in this.
No, yeah, Owen Wilson. I like to joke about him, but he's not. He's a good actor. He's very charming. I always thought he was an incredibly charming guy.
Yeah.
He's always very likable, very pleasant.
Yeah, I feel like he's always in like crappy comedies. So I think it's good that he's given a chance to do something else.
He has talent, but sometimes people just misuse him.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't mean that's not really his fault.
No, yeah,
but yeah, he does a good job here. He plays God, I realized as this was going, I was like, oh my god, it's another, for anyone who hasn't seen my sketch, it's another cop drama pattern. I did that sketch a long time ago. Oh yeah, we got cop teams up with robot, cop teams up with zombie, cop teams up with Ichabod Crane, cop teams up with a writer, and cop teams up with Lucifer. I was like, oh my god, cop teams up with Loki now.
Mm-hmm. You had to do it.
I mean, granted, it's a different kind of. Oh my! I should really just do this as a sketch. No, I've got cop teams up with Norse god. People are getting sick of just it always being cop. He's a time cop. Brilliant. We're good.
We're good. 10 out of 10.
It's extremely different. There's so much more fantasy going on, and the timeline.
Even though it's not magic, they say.
I make fun of that cliche, but I also watch all those shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're good.
There's a reason cliches exist. It's because people like them.
It's if you're
gonna see it over and over.
You can make it fun. It's a cliche that's rarely done badly. So.
Yeah, and a lot of this kind of thing is mystery related. And people love mysteries. I love mysteries. So, I'm always gonna like mysteries.
Yeah. But before this gets too spoilery, since this is episode 1, I'm just gonna say I think the show is fun. I think it does.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
I think Tom Hiddleston is a fantastic actor for Loki. He's still doing. I know I'm a little late to the party saying this, but he's still doing great at it.
Yeah, and he didn't It's interesting because they basically gave him. He's Loki, but he's Loki before he was super
Yeah, he's 2012 Loki.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
It's a lot of fun.
It's
you gotta go back to playing that. And they do a way for him to kind of catch up.
Exactly.
Which I was really hoping they would do.
You can kind of tell if you see
I hope
the
we're not just gonna throw all that character development in the trash. But they didn't. They have a way to address it, which I was happy to see.
Mm-hmm.
They do torture Loki a little bit though by making him watch scenes from Thor: The Dark World.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
Watching any scenes from that is a little bit of torture.
Poor man. That is the moment where he goes through the most pain watching Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, not watching his mother die.
That movie's not terrible. It's just kind of forgettable.
It's the worst one out of all.
It's the worst Marvel one to me, anyway. Yeah.
I thought I still have more fun with that than Captain Marvel.
Oh, shit.
Really?
I don't.
That's just me, though. I know some people think Thor: Dark World is worse.
Yeah.
It's because most of Thor: Dark World is just boring.
Yeah,
there's at least
at least with Nick Fury, when he gets there, it's kind of fun in Marvel.
Yeah, I
Captain
agree.
Marvel.
Well, yeah, Nick Fury is the best part of that movie. I'm just saying, I the only parts of Thor: The Dark World I enjoy is because I'm such a huge mythology fan, and it's cool to see dark elves and stuff.
Even though really,
I know, I was really just trying to pull any enjoyment I could.
Yeah.
Another thing with that movie, we watched Thor 2 days ago, and the dark elves are so much like the frost giants. Like they're just the archetypal like.
Okay,
baddies.
I haven't seen it since it came out. Maybe if I rewatch, I'll be like, oh no, this is way worse than I remember.
No, I mean it's not like bad.
It's not horrible. It's just, in my opinion,
it just made me laugh.
bottom 3 at the very best.
Loki's, when he watches scenes from Thor: The Dark World, he's sad and cries, but then he watches his scenes from Ragnarok and he smiles, remember? So that's a good example of the audience, right?
That is the audience,
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're a Marvel fan and you have a Disney Plus account, you've already watched this. Do we need to recommend it?
But for those of you who aren't Marvel fans, and for those of you who haven't watched it yet, it's we really highly recommend you watch it.
I will say it's a lot like the other two TV shows we've seen so far. WandaVision and Captain America: Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In that, like the first episode is like they're setting up the world and they're taking their time.
Establishing.
Yeah.
But
and that's good.
I still I liked kind of diving into Loki's character.
Yeah.
Kind of doing this.
Who he really is, why he does what he does.
Yeah, there's more to explore.
And before we get into spoilers, I am going to tell you one thing that they hint at. There's the villain, like when we find out that the villain has attacked somebody, and Owen Wilson asks this kid, who did this? The kid points at a picture of the devil. So, Mephisto?
No.
I think she already said no. I mean, it still could be, but I don't think so. Yeah. Because spoiler warning.
Okay.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, we're not supposed to get into spoilers.
If you don't have a Disney Plus account yet, you probably should, because Mandalorian's on there, Bad Batch is on there. That's Star Wars stuff.
WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier.
There's enough on Disney Plus to, if you haven't gotten it yet, you could at least get it for 1 month and go nuts.
And there's stuff coming out too.
I think at this point, Disney Plus is really worth the price of subscription. I still don't think their premium prices are worth it.
For the movie things.
$30 per film on top of the $7 a month. Actually, I think they raised it to $8 a month now.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I
but
heard they raised it by $1 or something.
Maybe.
See how first world we are? We don't even know what we're paying.
Well, I just recently changed my card, so I'll know by tomorrow. But anyways, this was a lot of fun. I agree with you. It's worth the $7 or $8.
Yeah, and
$8 is still lower than anything else.
But also, really you were saying if you're not a Marvel fan, check this out. I actually disagree with you there, because if you're not a Marvel fan, you're not going to know what the going on.
I don't think you really. Honestly, I don't think you need to.
You need to know a little.
You don't have to, but I don't know a lot of people who aren't Marvel fans would.
I feel like if you haven't seen any Marvel movies, you're going to be lost.
I don't think you'll be lost because they explain, because it's really not connected to the Marvel films. It just the only thing that you'll need to know is what are Infinity Stones, and that takes a quick 5-minute Google search, and everybody knows who Loki is, even if they haven't seen the Marvel films. And besides that, it doesn't really connect to the Marvel universe yet, except for Loki and the Avengers. And again, everybody knows who the Avengers are. If you don't know who the Avengers are, why are you watching the stream at all?
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, it's a lot of lots of fun. And they say at the end who the villain actually is, but I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it might not be.
All right, we're going to go into spoilers now. Spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so apparently the villain is Loki.
Yeah, it's Loki. It's another.
Yeah, so it's not Mephisto! No. But as you pointed out, that's probably the reason why the kid thought it was the devil, because this other Loki was probably wearing the horns.
Yeah.
Right.
But then as I asked earlier, while we were watching, it was they say it is Loki, the villain, but we see the villain completely hooded. We never see the face. So it's if Owen just said it's you, why wouldn't they show the face?
I don't know. Maybe there really is going to be another actor playing Loki.
I feel they're gonna,
or there's another villain.
I think there's something going on here. Either the time cops are wrong and it's not Loki, or it is Loki, but it's like you said, different actor. But I can't think of a reason it would be a different actor.
It's because it's a different Loki.
Loki hasn't been the only reason I could think would be if they wanted to cast some actor who's played Loki in the past, but
But there isn't anyone
Who else has played Loki? Oh my god, we're gonna get the guy from Son of the Mask to come in.
It's gonna be Evan Peters. He's gonna play all the characters.
Wait, there was one episode of, and don't ask why I know this, there was one episode of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive that had Loki on it.
Jeez.
Even after Ragnarok, I was shocked seeing Loki at such an emotional low. I refuse to believe that the big bad evil guy of Loki is Loki. I don't refuse to believe but
it's got to be from another timeline. If it's really a big bad guy,
they've kind of already established.
No, I'm not even saying another timeline.
Variant.
I'm saying it's literally another Loki.
What do you mean?
So in the Marvel universe and even in Norse mythology, there's technically more than one Loki. There's Loki, there's Utgard Loki in mythology.
Oh, well, Utgard Loki, that's just because he shares the name, he's not the same character.
I know he's not the same character, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But in the Marvel universe, there are multiple Lokis. There's like an eviler, darker, futuristic version of Loki.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, and then there's... Because they've changed him a lot since in the movies, they changed him a lot.
Yeah.
So there are technically two Lokis, and so maybe this is like a Loki from the future where he is completely evil.
It's going to be the Loki from the new God of War game.
Yes, of course, that's who it is. He's going to have a bow and arrow.
I won't ruin who it is if you haven't played the game.
It's going to be like a CG Loki.
Yeah, of course.
CGI
Loki.
It's cartoon Loki, like in, Peter Porker.
My big hope is that if this is Loki again, I hope that this villain Loki is going to be more like the mythical Loki.
That'd be really great. Yeah.
Like they kind of used Fenrir in Thor Ragnarok, but they haven't used Jormungandr. Maybe we could see him show up, like as one of his minions or something. I'd really love to see this show really go more into Norse myth. This is the Loki show. If you're not going to go at least a little more into Norse myth, like, that's a huge missed opportunity.
I don't think they will because it's time-based, and they already said that there's no magic.
But it being time-based is another reason to do it. You could go back to ancient Scandinavian times.
Maybe.
I know magic doesn't work in their base, but they're not just going to stay in their base, right? They're going to chase after this variant.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't think that if they do go more into Norse, I don't think it'll be heavy. Because based on, like, just look at this poster. It's super sci-fi looking. He's wearing a coat.
But there's a runic wheel in the background.
Those just look like... I think it's just the same symbol over and over.
Oh, those are hourglasses.
Yeah, the hourglass to show time.
You never know, though. Let's just see where it goes.
They tend not to spoil stuff.
Yeah. It might be. I'm not saying there isn't going to be more mythology stuff, but I don't think it's going to be heavy into that. I think it'll be very light.
I'm just saying I really want that. I really want that. That would be great. We saw some scenes in the trailer of Loki going to some weird places.
One
scene that looked like he was surrounded by a bunch of monsters or something.
Yeah.
Hello, Random Dog TV.
Random Dog TV, yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. So I being the mythology guy, I really want to see more Norse mythology in this show.
Absolutely.
Like I said, it's the Loki show. You're missing huge opportunities, and it's a time travel Loki show. It's gift wrapped for you.
The only
if you want to use
problem is they've kind of said in the Thor universe that Thor is less mythology and more sci-fi.
I know, but you can
also bugs me.
still run with that. You can
as much as it bugs me that he doesn't have stupid fucking helmet.
Have Loki go through time. Have him go back to Jotunheim, which they've established as a planet. Have them. I mean, I guess they've kind of done everything they can do at Muspelheim because they already had Surt and the Fire Giants. But go to fucking Alfheim. I don't know. Go to Nidavellir back before Thanos wiped out all the dwarves. You know, this is a time travel show. You can do.
Although Nidavellir is nothing like Nidavellir in the.
I know, but
it would be cool.
Do something.
Just do something.
Go to Yggdrasil.
He just wants to see Loki turn into a horse. Okay, that's all he wants.
I want to see him turn into a horse and get boned by Svadilfari.
Yeah, is that not? That's too weird. What are you talking about?
Excuse me. Are you telling me Hiddleston is not up for this?
And now we know his name is Laufey-son. Not Laufey.
Well, we already knew that.
No.
because they pronounce it wrong. Yeah, she says Mr. Laufey-son. Oh, and we have Tara Strong's voice in this episode.
For like a minute. which is
playing
cool.
Playing this little tutorial thing. I love Tara Strong.
Probably just made a cameo.
But I think this is her first appearance in the Marvel universe.
Oh, right.
Though, so
first and cool. Only.
Yeah. So she's been in Marvel and DC.
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice to see her. But yeah, I like how most of this episode was just talking, by the way. You notice that?
Yeah, like...
It was just them talking about Loki's past and his future.
Owen Wilson feels like, a fan, like, online. He literally says... It feels like an online fan who's trying to dissect Loki's character or something.
Right, yeah, like, why do you do what you do? Do you just like hurting people? Wasn't there a shot of Loki on Vormir in one of the TV spots?
Maybe. I haven't watched any of the TV spots.
Yeah, we only watched like the first trailer, right?
Yeah. I only watched trailer 1. I never watched trailer 2s. I stay the hell away from links and leaks and TV spots.
It gets to be too much.
Because I hate that. I'm like, okay, I just give me one trailer so I can get a vibe of the show. Great. Now I'm just gonna watch the show. Like, I'm sick of people spoiling and ruining everything.
I'll watch the
being hey, leaked info. Keep that the fuck away from me. Like, come on.
Disney is pretty good about keeping stuff hidden in trailers.
They've gotten a lot better at it, especially with the MCU.
And they'll even put fake stuff in there. Like,
I don't like that. That's wrong in my opinion.
I think it's fine because it makes it so that way even if you see new stuff,
it's okay with little details like taking the Infinity Stones
that's what I mean.
Thanos. But like when they created that shot of like the Avengers running at Thanos, that wasn't even in the film. I was waiting for that during the film.
Oh,
hey, you were surprised. That's all I care about. They're still keeping surprise,
disappointment.
Were you disappointed by that film?
I wasn't disappointed by the film. I was just disappointed that shot wasn't in it.
I mean, it didn't need to be.
It didn't need to be, but then it didn't need to be in the trailer either. There are other shots you could have used.
I mean, the point of it was to misdirect you. It was a red herring shot. And I like those. And so even if there was a TV spot of him on Vormir, it literally means almost nothing because they faked so much other stuff of things being things.
Shane, you say it's okay to misdirect now, but what if we had seen that trailer for Loki and then we put this on and it's just the Dick Van Dyke show?
Well, that's not a disagreement. That's just a straight up fucking lie.
Granted, I like the Dick Van Dyke show.
That's a straight up fucking... You know what's funny if that actually did happen because of a weird glitch in the system?
It's Loki trolling you.
Yeah, Loki's just in the background of the Dick Van Dyke show.
No, Matt Boner is in the background.
Oh my god.
Another misdirect that Andrew loved.
I got so mad about that Evan Peters bullshit. They're gonna have Evan Peters play Loki in this.
That's what I keep saying.
Yeah, that's what you point out. It's like, that's who's under the hood. It's Evan Peters.
Pretending to be
It's Mephisto!
God damn, maybe it's Mephisto teaming up with evil Loki.
Maybe it's Agatha's rabbit.
Oh yeah, we didn't see what happened to that rabbit because that rabbit was weirdly.
Rabbit they confirmed it's demonic, and then we never heard anything else about it.
Maybe it's still a Mephisto.
That's why I thought Mephisto was the rabbit.
Maybe he is. Maybe we didn't see what happened.
Maybe they're saving that for when they can do that in China.
Guys, they're never going to have a Mephisto on the Marvel shows now because fans are going too crazy waiting for it. They're just fucking with the fans.
No, I think eventually they will because people wanted.
I'm kidding.
Other things like Deadpool, and they've confirmed they're going to do Deadpool 3 because
they did.
Well, yeah. And there's a couple things. First of all, when they were a while ago when they were doing their investment meeting, somebody asked if they're ever going to do R-rated films, and they said we have no plans to do R-rated films outside of Deadpool. And then on top of that, literally, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, Ryan Reynolds posted a picture of him packing some bags, and in his bag is his Deadpool mask.
Yay!
And Ryan Reynolds doesn't just post things. Everything he does is important, so...
Well, I'm glad to see they're going to keep that going. Also, you know who I'd like to see addressed in some way is Sleipnir. We saw Sleipnir for like 1 or 2 scenes in Thor 1.
It was like one scene for half a second.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't half a second. It was when he appears in Jotunheim and he's on the horse.
Yeah,
that whole
maybe
scene.
Like 10 seconds. Yeah, we do see him.
Oh, when he's this
I don't know if we'll see Sleipnir because they...
I don't know. I want to... I don't know, dead horse, but... horse. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying this again, but I do want to see more mythical characters, especially the ones connected to Loki. Sleipnir is connected to Loki. You know what I want them to do? I want them to talk about Sleipnir, but for Loki to never actually say how Sleipnir was born. For it to be, like, hinted at. Like, for Owen Wilson to be like... So, eight-legged horse, where did that come from? Oh, that was a gift from me to my father. Where'd you get it? Just the old-fashioned way. What do you mean by that? Oh, anyway, let's go over here.
I don't think they're going to do that. They're definitely not going to do that.
I know, but I would love it if they did.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to show the horse at all because it's too connected to Odin. They don't want to show Odin, I don't think. Maybe we'll get to see Odin.
They've already shown Odin.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a new scenes of Odin.
They'd have to get him back.
They'd have to get Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony.
Well, I didn't mean they'd have to bring in Odin. I just meant the horse.
Yeah, but they're not going to just do the horse.
They should.
Guys, I think you need to keep your expectations way lower on this mythology half of Loki.
God damn it! I will not keep.
Cool.
All I ask is that a Loki show have things from Loki.
I mean, we did. We had his the Tesseract.
I want goddamn mythology.
Andrew's gone back to a good child form right now.
Yeah.
I want.
So whatever. It's a good show so far.
Yeah, we'll see.
Way,
we never know. Maybe we'll get more.
We'll
mythology.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. This was a really good character walk around with Loki, talking about how him being evil is a way to.
It was a means to an end for him.
Yeah, to get the strong to follow the weak.
He thought, at the end of the day, what he was doing something righteous, taking people's freedom away was a mercy or something.
Yeah. Which is a lot like a dictator, but he's evil.
Actually, that's one thing I didn't love, the whole I was good the whole time thing. I kind of would have liked it better if he kind of more realized that he was in the wrong and that he.
Well, I mean,
he sort of does that, but
no, he straight up realizes he was wrong to believe what he believed.
Yeah, but he was still going around murdering people. I don't think while he was doing that, he was under the impression this is the right thing to do.
Well, that's not actually true. A lot of people, if you're killing someone who is rebelling against you, you think that you're doing the right thing to kill them, and he thinks they're rebelling against his rule, which he thinks is the right thing for the universe. And
all right, well, it's a complicated thing.
Yeah, it's complicated, but it is nice to show that he has realized that he was wrong to think that, because seeing his mom die, seeing his dad die,
I think it was
seeing
a little
himself die.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: do you think he's actually on the Time Variance Authority side?
I think if they want to be more true to the character, they'll give him his own agenda.
I think he has his own agenda because remember he went into that office space where he found all those Infinity Stones.
Yeah, and he realized this is the greatest power.
Yeah, I think once he realized that, he's like, I'm gonna find a way to take control of this power.
That would be pretty cool, yeah.
Especially when he's, it's like, did you try to use it? Yep, multiple times. Not even an Infinity Stone works.
What if when he runs into his other self, his other self's like, about time, and he's like, all right, team up.
That is a possibility.
Because each one would know how the other thinks, maybe, so they would be able to get on the same wavelength about the plan.
Smart. That makes sense.
I think he sees them as a means to an end. Yeah.
Yeah, he sees them as a means to an end. What are your thoughts?
On what?
Is he actually trying to?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he has some ulterior motives. Yeah, but I think he'll eventually get on their side.
Yeah, he might be planning something, but then he might change his mind about it, kind of like in Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, I think so too. I think that it was a little bit too much of a switch for him being like, oh yeah, I realized I did these wrong things, and I'm going to be better. But he didn't state that outright. It's not too much of this drastic switch for the character right away, but it is a little sudden to me.
You know what I would have loved if Stan Lee was still alive, and God bless him. If he was still around, then in one episode, if they wanted to reveal the timekeepers, I think it would have been amazing if the timekeepers were Stan Lee, the head of Disney, and the head of Marvel.
That would be interesting. I don't think
because obviously they're not gonna now, but I just think that would have been a really the people deciding how everything goes are literally the people who decide how everything goes.
I like that idea, but I don't think Kevin Feige or Bob Chapek / Bob Iger want to be on the camera. So.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused because Ravno Rainslayer being in this series and it's not being connected to Quantum Mania just doesn't make sense.
I don't know Marvel Comics well enough to comment on that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about exactly.
Ravonna Renslayer is.
She's in the show though.
And I mean, it probably will make. I mean, you have to remember, the comic book that you're thinking of is not this story. The Marvel comics are not these movies. They are different universes, so you have to think about it.
And that's what these time people are trying to prevent. Multiverse.
Yeah, well.
Well, actually, we know they're going to fail that because Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is going to happen.
Yeah, I think this is going to lead into that.
Y'all are going to fail. Oh my god, we already know y'all are going to fail.
Ravonna is Kang's wife. Well, I haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah. I remember that from, like, when I was learning about Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her being in the show. And Quantumania, that sounds like a time thing, and this is a time variance authority.
Yeah.
So it's probably time related.
Well, it also might have something to do with, the quantum realm, Ant-Man.
The quantum realm, possibly.
But that is also connected to time travel.
Yeah,
so it might all tie in together. We don't know.
Yeah, wait till the end of the season, and then if you still don't like it, then you don't like it.
Wait to see what they do. Like, we all thought that, WandaVision was going to go in a different direction.
Yeah, I overall liked it, but there were a few things that...
Yeah, there were a few things that could have been better.
But they didn't ruin the show overall for me.
It didn't ruin the show. It was just like missed opportunity, man.
But yeah, I think as a first, what?
It's 4:35.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But as good job. I really like this first episode. Weird as heck because that's how a first episode should be. Like, what's going on? How are we gonna deal with this whole thing? Claire, what did you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was a good setup, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next.
Yeah, same.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like I said, I think Loki's character is still done the way I would expect his character to be. I like how they did some of the things I was hoping they would do, like find a way for him to catch up with what happened in the movies after Avengers. I also like that he's able to actually escape from, like, the place. Because, up until then I was thinking, given the kind of guy he is, he should be able to figure out a way to escape, and he does, so that's cool, but then he still stays with them. So yeah, overall I think things are so far going in the right directions. There are things I want to see, which I've already said, and we'll see what happens.
And I think, we'll see next week what this is like. But for now, we're going to stop this, and me and Andrew are going to move over to Doom in a few minutes, but we're going to take a quick break. Claire, you're probably going to go upstairs, do your own thing, right? So she won't be joining us for Doom. We had a lot of fun. You have anything else to say, you guys?
Nope.
Claire, where can they find you since you're gonna go?
You can find me on YouTube and TikTok at The Struggling Alto.
All right, guys, go look at her there. Don't you also do a thing on another streaming service?
Oh, yeah. If you want to see me sing, I do I sing on Sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 PST. It's a streaming platform.
Yeah, it's a streaming platform for singers, songwriters, performers. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I've seen her do it. I've seen a couple other people. If I had more time, I'd be watching stuff like that right now. But go check her out when you get the chance on Sessions. That's SESSIONS. Sessions. Sessions live streaming. Just Google it. It'll be really, really easy to find. And you said Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Well, right now, Pacific Daylight Time. Since we're in daylight saving.
PDT now.
Yeah, but
so weird.
Guys, we're going to take a quick 5, maybe 10-minute break. Andrew and I are going to get ready to play some Doom 2016, and we'll be right back, guys.